This year, a Category 5 hurricane slammed into Jamaica, the strongest storm to ever hit the island. Dozens killed, entire neighborhoods destroyed. And in the days before it hit, forecasters were scrambling because their models couldn't agree on where it was going. But one model got it exactly right. And it wasn't made by meteorologists. It was made by Google. This is the story of how AI just embarrassed America's most powerful supercomputers, and why it might save your life one day.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Kassandra's Corner, your go-to for everything trending. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Hurricane Melissa formed in late October and became an absolute monster. We're talking Category 5, winds over 157 miles per hour. Now here's the problem. America's flagship weather model, the Global Forecast System, or GFS, completely whiffed on this one. Its average 5-day track error ballooned to over 500 miles, insisting the storm would turn out to sea, which never happened. Meanwhile, one particular model got it exactly right. That model? Google DeepMind. The National Hurricane Center actually embraced this new Google model, referencing it in many of its forecast discussions, particularly as it tracked Hurricane Melissa. And when meteorologists looked back at the entire 2025 hurricane season, Google DeepMind's Weather Lab was by far the best model for predicting hurricane track and intensity this season, according to a preliminary analysis by Brian McNulty, a meteorologist and senior researcher at the University of Miami. Meanwhile, America's GFS, the model we've used since the 1980s, was the worst performing. Let that sink in for a second.
America's GFS, the model we've used since the 1980s, was the worst performing.
So how did Google pull this off? Let's break down the difference between traditional forecasting and what AI is doing. Traditional models, like the GFS, are based on equations that calculate how wind, moisture, and heat move around in the atmosphere.
Are based on equations that calculate how wind, moisture, and heat move around in the atmosphere.
They use the laws of physics to predict what might happen. These models run on massive supercomputers. We're talking some of the most expensive computing infrastructure on the planet. AI models, like Google DeepMind, on the other hand, don't know anything about physics. They focus instead on history. The AI model's effectiveness stems from its training on two distinct datasets: vast reanalysis data, reconstructing global weather patterns from millions of observations, and a specialized database containing detailed information about nearly 5,000 observed cyclones from the past 45 years. Basically, it learned from every hurricane we've ever tracked. And here's what's wild about intensity forecasting. That's predicting how strong a storm will get. In the past, AI models did well with tracking the path of a storm, because that's governed by large-scale influences in the atmosphere. But intensity, how strong a storm will be, that was not captured well in AI models. The Google model did very well in forecasting intensity because it added historical data detailing how past hurricanes developed. The beauty of DeepMind and other AI-based weather models is how much more quickly they produce a forecast compared to traditional physics-based models that require some of the most expensive supercomputers in the world. Beyond that, these smart models, with their neural network architectures, have the ability to learn from their mistakes and correct on the fly. DeepMind system can deliver forecasts in minutes on standard GPU clusters, eliminating the need for massive computational infrastructure. As one NOAA official put it, once these models are trained, they're pretty accessible. You can run them on your laptop in a few minutes. It's going to democratize weather modeling in a way we've never seen before.
So just how much better was Google's AI?
Though Google DeepMind's Weather Lab only began releasing forecasts in June, literally its rookie season, it was by far the best model for predicting hurricane track and intensity. When tested on Hurricane Erin back in August, Google's forecasting model performed best at periods of 72 hours or less, beating the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. If verified by final National Hurricane Center statistics, these results would represent the first time an AI system exceeded both automated and human consensus forecasts in the Atlantic Basin. Google's model is able to produce 50 possible scenarios for storms with a lead time of up to 15 days. Current models typically provide predictions with a lead time of only 3 to 5 days. That extra time, that's the difference between a chaotic last-minute evacuation and an organized one that saves lives.
A 72-hour evacuation causes gridlock. But 15 days of
Now,
organized
there's a
preparation.
catch. For forecasters used to seeing data on wind, pressure, humidity, and sea surface temperature, AI can be unsettling. As one former NHC forecaster put it, AI models are something like a black box to a forecaster.
AI models are something like a black box to a forecast.
A lot of data goes in, you get a forecast that comes out. They can't always explain why the AI made a certain prediction, and the AI model doesn't yet address all impacts of hurricanes. Storm surge and inland flooding, not wind, cause the majority of deaths in landfalling hurricanes.
So there's still work to do, but here's why this matters so
As the
much.
coastlines get more populated, we need more and more time to get people out of the way. Forecasts further into the future become more important. As climate change causes hurricanes to become deadlier and more damaging, it's essential that forecasters have the best possible tools to predict their paths and intensities. AI-based models could help forecasters adapt to a warming world. A NOAA official said,
I think it's clear at this point that AI will be a component of the hurricane forecast process going forward.
DeepMind's stunning debut has certainly caught forecasters' attention and may mark a new era in hurricane prediction. So that's the story of how an AI that learned from 45 years of hurricane history just outperformed the supercomputers we've relied on for decades.
What do you think? Is this exciting or a little scary? Let me know in the comments. If you found this interesting, smash that subscribe button. I cover trending topics like this every week on Kassandra's Corner. I'll see you in the next one.